Welcome to the garden. It's late January and we've gotten a little bit of a heat wave. Still not warm enough to melt all the snow, but some of it's actually melted, and we can use this to identify some of the hardiest species. Like this strawberry is actually still green. It basically never died. Now these were kind of undercover a little bit, and some of the more exposed things like these chives have actually died back, but where they're slightly insulated they're still green, and I know that underground the roots are still hardy. So these are going to come back as soon as we get a little warmer weather. But we have some parsley over here that almost looks edible. It does have a little bit of that dark green cell damage, but I wouldn't mind using this in a soup or just as a little snack. So it looks quite nice for the middle of winter. Some more green chives. Not the best looking vegetables, but you know, we take what we can get at this time, that's for sure. There's also some wild plants. We've got some mosses and just hardy little ground cover plants. And they actually look quite nice. Looks like they're getting some sun, and they're actually starting to grow in the middle of winter. But even the onions have a little bit of color, which is surprising because they're mostly water. And our garlic has died back down to where it's been insulated. So insulating it really does help. If we can get a close look, you can see where it starts to turn white up here. This was all exposed to the cold temperatures, but where it's insulated, it's still green, and I know that underground the bulbs are still good. But we still have some herbs that look decent too, like this thyme. Even though it's been covered in snow, it's still fresh and green. Just absolutely amazing how resilient these are. I could actually harvest some thyme in the middle of winter. Really incredible. This whole bed, look at this. It looks like fresh growth. You'd almost say it was springtime if it weren't the middle of January. But underneath, look at all that beautiful green growth. So by insulating these a little bit, we're really giving them a nice place to stay over winter. We've also got our kale. You can see the most exposed parts have definitely died back and been bleached. But there's still greenery in the stem. Some of the leaves even have a little bit of green to them. And I know that these are going to come back and start sprouting off of these nodes come springtime. So I'm really excited for this year's garden. Our sage is probably going to come back too. Sage is really tough, although it looks dead right now. Perennials like sage, thyme, and a bunch of other great vegetables will just spring back right away. So this is just a little taste of spring in the middle of winter. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.